Hey y'all, welcome to Nat Grace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia. This is going to be a reading for Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energies. It may or may not resonate, but I do offer personal readings. A link to the site is in the description. Lean is what I'm hearing, and cabin, something like that. Dang y'all, what's the show? What's it called? The Hills? I feel like it was called The Hills, y'all, back on MTV. That had LC and Kristen Cavallari, and I can't remember the rest of their names. I wasn't really into the show, but I had a friend that was really into it. So of course, like by default, if she watching it, I'm seeing it. Um, but those are the only two characters that I really remember: LC and Kristen Cavallari. I'm pretty sure that show was called The Hills on MTV, but that's what I'm seeing, y'all. Somebody may be like a socialite or someone that has like this fantasy of becoming something like that, a reality TV star. They're doing something to where they're naturally a star in that type of way. I'm seeing Meatball, the Meatball. Um, that's really interesting to me. So somebody may be like a natural star, like have this star quality about themselves, a natural ability to attract attention to themselves, and not just based off of their looks, but because of like their spirit. You know, people are naturally entertained by this individual or in this equation, and it seems like there's this really competitive energy that has been here coming from their own family and friends though. Like these are their own family members, their own, you know what I mean? Especially if these are like cousins, not necessarily siblings, but like a little more distant, like cousins. They look competitive and they look shady as fuck, especially if there's a Pisces in this equation. They're shady as hell. And in my opinion, it seems like it's because they thought that they were going to steal this person's idea, identity, and get away with that shit, especially to be able to profit or benefit for themselves in some type of way. Okay? Ron is what I'm hearing. So there's a situation where, again, these people have been way too messy. Way too messy. Tease, tez. And now they're in a position to where it's like the sheriffs will be looking for them. It's not going to be this person specifically. It's going to be local police or like, you know, something like that, a government agency or something. So they need to apologize. They honestly need to repent to God, not necessarily just apologize, because they're marked for death. And I don't think that they understand that, especially if there's a Gerald or Gerald, Jerry, anything like that. That's a factor in this equation. It's like they can say sorry all they want, but they're marked for death. Okay. So it's best to get their soul right and get right with God versus trying to make amends with the humans in their life or the humans that they've wronged. You get what I'm saying? This is not about fixing things on a physical level. This is about making sure this individual is in a right space spiritually for when they cross over into the afterlife, to ensure that they're going onto a high frequency. Okay? You take this however this may resonate, but I don't sugarcoat my readings. I don't tell nobody what they want to hear. This person is about to die, especially if there's a Mari or a Mary. That's a factor in this equation. They're about to die, and they know that they're about to die. You know, they almost can feel this sense of impending doom, but they're still being hateful as they're aging. They're still being hateful as they're getting sicker and sicker. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're going to be mean and hateful on your deathbed. Like, yes, they are. And that's how you know that this person has a dark demon, a demonic force inside of them. And it's so crazy, y'all, because I was telling y'all last week about their eyes were watching God, and her husband, the mayor, was still talking shit on his deathbed. Like his last words, he was still talking shit to her, telling her he hoped she gets struck by lightning, or like hope lightning strikes her dead or something like that. Like that's what this feels like. This person is still being mean and hateful even on their deathbed, or even as they're getting into a space where they're going to wind up dependent on other people. They're still hateful, so it's like, yeah, you need to chill the fuck out. Like they're mean, they're aggressive, they're bully like, they're impatient, they're rude, they have a very nasty attitude, a very dark spirit, and they're going to be in a position to where nobody wants to fool with them, because nobody is going to tolerate this hateful energy So this is going to be like that elderly person that winds up in a nursing home because nobody wants to take care of them. Or that person that grows old and then they're like, dang, why my kids don't fuck with me? How come my family don't fuck with me? How come you feel me? Because of them. It's their attitude. You feel me? So if you are married to this person, like, you need to check your spouse. If you are connected to this person socially, work, family, friend, or romantically, you need to check this person because their mouth is the reason that nobody fucks with them. And nobody's going to fuck with you if you stay attached to this person. Or it's going to be a situation to where somebody is trying to like break up a relationship, a connection, work, family, friend, or romantically. You know, they're trying to wedge themselves into this connection, but it's because they want to be the center of attention, you know, and it's not for any other reason. So don't let this demon come into your life and wedge themselves in your personal relationships because they're envious of them. You know, they simply want to be the center of attention, and that's it. That's all. This is a very nasty, hateful, dark spirit, earth signs, and they're very predatory and jealous of somebody else's life. Okay. So they're trying to find a way to infiltrate their life and their personal relationships, but the relationships are rooted in God. You know what I mean? Godliness or a solid connection. These are heart chakra connections. You get what I'm saying? So it's very hard to break unconditional love. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, right. Like we grinded this shit out together. Like, it ain't nothing nobody could come in and tell us, you feel me, to try to get us to go against each other or whatever this may be. But that's what this is. Like, you know, it's the devil trying to come in and break up a great thing, a great person, a great opportunity, a great relationship. You know what I mean? A great whatever career, whatever this is. It's the devil trying to come in and infiltrate it, trying to come in and find a way to like tear this person down. And you know, so crazy because I had that revelation today about an ex that was in my life and how I've been on this path to like just a path of enlightenment, a path to move into my higher self like for years now. And God uses men, not God, excuse me, the devil will use men to come into my life to try to infiltrate what I have going on. Whether they're just coming to throw me off of my game, you know what I mean, to get me wrapped up into them emotionally just to really not be worth shit. But the men that enter my life are used as entities to distract me from my path. And that's something, again, that just a revelation that I was having this morning. And it's almost like I have to be very mindful of the male figures in my life. I don't have very many feminine energies unless they're family. So it's like I have to be very mindful of the men that enter my life or expect to enter my life because they can come appearing as if they have a positive intent. But, you know, the devil will give you what you're asking for also: the love, the attention, the money, the time, whatever it might be, the help. Okay. And these men may not even be aware that they're being used by the devil. You get what I'm saying? But if they're not rooted in God, they can always be used by the devil at any time, any moment. So at this point in my life, I will only connect to people who are God fearing, people who have God as the base of their life, because even if the relationship don't work out, somebody that has God instilled in them is not going to go out their way to try to tear your life apart after y'all break up. Somebody that's rooted in God is not going to stalk you after y'all break up. Somebody that's rooted in God is not going to want to batter you or slander you or talk shit about you or endanger you in any type of way. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's just a sense of awareness that we have now, y'all. And it's like detaching from these ungodly individuals is necessary. And I keep telling y'all that for our physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, financial safety. Okay. And there is no looking back. Like, we've exited Sodom and Gomorrah. And these people are salty that we won't look back to them because they want us to be just as salty as them. You know what I mean? They want us to be just as stuck as them, just as fucked up as them, just as negative as them. But we're loving individuals. We're peaceful individuals. We're naturally positive. You know what I mean? So it's like if we walked away from an opportunity or a relationship, a connection, work, family, friend, or romantically, it's because it was ungodly. Okay? Don't get that twisted. Ebony is what I'm hearing. Thank you so much.